Unit 2, that is JavaScript. Okay, so here JavaScript is a object-based scripting language invented specifically for use in web browsers to make websites more dynamic and interactive. Okay, so here JavaScript is used to create interactive websites. Okay, so here JavaScript is used to create interactive websites. Okay, so here JavaScript that makes web pages dynamic and interactive. Okay, so here JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Okay, here JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Okay, so the difference between client-side scripting and server-side scripting language is, so here in case of client-side scripting, the source code runs on the user's computer. Okay, so here in case of server-side scripting, it runs on web server. Okay, so that is the difference between client-side scripting language and server-side scripting language. So here Java side, okay. So here JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. That means here JavaScript runs on the user's computer and source code is visible to user in case of client-side scripting language. Okay. So in case of server-side scripting, source code is not visible to user. Okay, and in case of server-side scripting, it runs on web server. Okay, so here client-side scripting example JavaScript. Okay, in the server-side scripting example PHP. Okay, hypertext preprocessor. Okay, so now we discuss JavaScript. Okay, so once again I repeat the definition of JavaScript. Okay, so here JavaScript is a object-based scripting language invented specifically for the use in web browsers to make websites more dynamic and interactive. Okay, so here JavaScript is used to create interactive websites. JavaScript is used to create interactive websites. Okay, so here JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. That means script runs on user's computer. Okay, and that script is visible to the user. Okay, here the definition of script is, it is a program or sequence of instructions which has to be executed on other application. Okay, here script is used to create interactive websites. Okay, JavaScript is used to create interactive websites. Okay, here script in JavaScript is a program or sequence of instructions. Okay, so the difference between Java and JavaScript, here Java is the object oriented programming language. Okay, and it is compiled using virtual machine. Okay, compiled and run on virtual machine. Okay, so here JavaScript is a object oriented scripting language. Okay, it runs on web browser. Okay, so remember the difference between Java and JavaScript. Here Java is the object oriented programming language. Okay, so JavaScript is the object oriented scripting language. Okay, so here Java runs on virtual machine or web browser. Here JavaScript only runs on web browser. Okay, so that is the differences between Java and JavaScripting. Okay, so next, JavaScript is a client side scripting language. Okay, so the difference between client side scripting language and server side scripting language is, here client side scripting language, that is example JavaScript. Okay, it runs on user's computer. Okay, and server side scripting language, it runs on web server. Okay, so here example of server side scripting language is PHP. Okay, so that is the introduction to JavaScript. Okay, so here JavaScript is invented by the Brendan Eich. Okay, here JavaScript invented by the Brendan Eich. Okay, so this is the introduction to JavaScript. Okay, next we see the uses of JavaScript. So here JavaScript is used for validating user input on client side. Okay, so next use is, here JavaScript is used to implement programming on client side. Okay, next here JavaScript can be used to implement event-driven programming. That means here event-driven programming means the flow of program is determined by the events such as any user actions or sensor outputs. Okay, so here event-driven programming means the flow of program is determined by the events such as any user actions. Okay, next, along with DOM, that is document object model, that is discussed in the next unit. Okay, so here along with document object model, JavaScript can be used to develop dynamic HTML. Okay, so here the definition of dynamic HTML is it is a collection of technologies used together to create interactive websites. Okay, dynamic HTML means it is a collection of technologies used together. Suppose we use HTML and JavaScript together to create interactive and dynamic websites. Okay, that is dynamic HTML. Okay, so these are the uses of JavaScript. Okay, first one, by using JavaScript you are validating the user input. Okay, second one, it is used to implement program on client side. Okay, next, third one, it is used to implement event driven programming, that is flow of program is determined the events such as user actions. Okay, next, fourth one, document object model. Along with document object model, here JavaScript can be used to develop dynamic HTML, DHTML. Okay, so here DHTML means collection of technologies used together to create interactive websites. Suppose here we use JavaScript and HTML to create interactive websites. Okay, so these are the uses of JavaScript. Okay, next, the syntax of JavaScript. So here this is the syntax of JavaScript. Script type equal to text slash JavaScript, and next JavaScript code, and next end the script. Okay, so here the script tags. So here script space type equal to text slash JavaScript, JavaScript code here, and slash script. Here script tags can be written in head section as well as body section in HTML. Okay, so here this script tag can be written in head section as well as in body section. Okay, for a multiple times in HTML code. Okay, so the another syntax of JavaScript is, see here, HTML head title is the first JavaScript, that is the title of the web page. Next, in the body you write script space type equal to text slash JavaScript. Here we give the link for some .js file, that is JavaScript file. Okay, first we write the script.js file. In that JavaScript file we write the code, JavaScript code, and we link that JavaScript file in the HTML file. Okay, so that is external. So here first syntax is we write the script in head section or body section in HTML, and second syntax is first we write the script in separate .js file. Okay, and then we relate that JavaScript file into body section in HTML. Okay, we link that JavaScript file into HTML. Okay, by using src attribute, source attribute. Okay, so this is the syntax for the JavaScript. Okay, so first syntax is here, script space type equal text slash JavaScript, and write the JavaScript code, and next end the script tag. Okay, this script tag can be written in head section as well as body section in HTML. Okay, next, another syntax is first we write the script file in some script.js file. So here JS is the JavaScript file extension. Okay, then we link that JavaScript file into HTML code by using src attribute in the script tag. Okay, so this is the syntax for the JavaScript. Okay, next, primitive data types. Okay, so here JavaScript provide these primitive data types: number, boolean, string, undefined, null, array, and object. Okay, so next in the example you see the each data type. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4 values, boolean, true or false, or any string sequence of characters. Okay, and next array and object. Okay, next null value and undefined. Okay, so you all know that number, okay, that is real numbers or floating point numbers. Next boolean value, true or false. Next string, okay, next array and object. We are all know that these data types. Okay, so here the difference between undefined and null, the difference between undefined and null, okay, is, so here null means it indicates no value. Okay, here null means it indicates no value. Okay, that means if a variable is not explicitly declared or not assigned, it is said to be null. Okay, if the variable is not explicitly declared and not assigned, it is said to be null. Not declared, not assigned, that is null value. Okay, if it is declared and not assigned, that is said to be undefined. Okay, clear the difference between null and undefined? So here I repeat again, null, if it is not declared, not assigned, that is said to be null. Okay, undefined means if you declare a variable and it is not assigned, that is said to be undefined. Okay, so these are the different data types in the JavaScript. Okay, primitive data types and as well as arrays and objects. Okay, next one, variables. So here variable is a named memory location to store data. Here variable is a named memory location to store data. Okay, so here example equal to example pi equal to 3.14. Okay, so this is implicit type declaration. Okay, so here the data type of pi is number. Okay, so here this one is the explicit declaration. Okay, here var space pi equal to 3.14. So here also the data type of pi is where the data type of pi is number. Okay, so here first one is the implicit declaration and second one is the explicit declaration. Okay, so here implicit declaration means, so here why, because JavaScript is a loosely typed, that is dynamically typed language. Okay, so here JavaScript is a loosely typed or dynamically typed language, that is there is no need to declare the data type of a variable. Okay, there is no need to declare the data type of a variable. Okay, so here implicit declaration pi equal to 3.14. So here the data type of pi is number. So here also var space pi equal to 3.14. So here also the data type of pi is number. Okay, so pi equal to 3.14 is declaration. Var space pi equal to 3.14. This is explicit declaration. Okay. So here var space name equal to John. The data type of John is a string. Okay. So once again I repeat, a variable is a named memory location to store the data. Okay. So your JavaScript is a loosely typed language. That is, there is no need to declare the data type of a variable. Okay. There is no need to declare the data type of a variable. Okay. So here that means the type of a variable is dynamically decided at the runtime based on value assigned. Okay, the type of a variable is a dynamically decided at the runtime based on value assigned. Suppose we assign value 3.14. So here the data type of pi is number. Okay, if you assign John, so the data type of John is string. Okay, so the type of variable is dynamically decided at the runtime based on value assigned. Okay, why? Because here JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. or loosely typed language. Okay. Next one, comments. So here a single line comment in JavaScript starts with the here slashes. Okay. So here this one is the multiple line comment. Okay, slash star and write the comments and end the comment. Okay. So this the first one is the single line comment and second one multiple line comment. Okay. So here multiple line comment starts with the slash star and ends with the star slash. Okay. So here comments allow programmers to write explanation or any reviews. Okay. Comments allow programmers to write explanation or any reviews about their script or elements in the script. Okay. Single line comment, multiple line comment. Okay. Here single line comment in JavaScript starts with the slashes. Okay. So next multi-line comment starts with slash star and ends with the star slash. Okay. So these are the comments in JavaScript. That means here comments in every programming language allow programmers to write explanations or reviews about their script or elements in script. Okay. Next, operators. So here JavaScript provides numeric operators like addition, subtraction, modulo, increment and decrement. Okay. Next, string concatenation operator. So here two strings can be concatenated with each other using plus operator. Okay, two strings can be concatenated each other using plus operator. Okay, so for example, if a variable first here, if a variable first holds the string value Java, okay, and the result of this expression is JavaScript. Okay, so here two strings can be concatenated with each other using plus operator. Okay, here the first variable that is first holds the string value Java. Okay, here first equal to Java. Okay, then the result of this expression is JavaScript. Okay, is it clear? String concatenation operator. Two strings can be concatenated using the plus. Okay. Next, type of operator. So here the type of operator accepts a single operand. Okay, either a value or variable and returns its type as a string value. Okay. So the type of operator accepts a single operand here. Single operand, either a value or variable, and returns its type as a string value. Okay. Suppose if it is number, it returns number. Okay. If it is string data type, it returns string, string. Okay. String value. Okay. If it is Boolean value, so it returns the data type of Boolean value is Boolean. Okay. So later we discuss examples of all these one. Okay, all these operators. Okay. So here I repeat again, the type of operand here, the type of operator accepts a single operand, either a value or variable, and returns its type as a string value. Okay. Next one, assignment statements. So here, like any other programming language, here JavaScript supports assignment statements. Okay. The assignment statements contain assignment operator or any one of the compound assignment operator. Okay. So here x to x plus 1 or x plus equal to 1. That is the assignment operator, compound assignment operator. Okay, our assignment operator equal to, and remaining assignment operators are equal to. Okay, assignment operator plus equal to and equal to. Okay, here x equal to x plus 1 is the example. This is also written as x plus equal to 1. Okay, like as in the remaining programming languages. Okay, next one, comparison operator. Okay. So these are also, double equal to, okay, that is equal to operator. Okay, next explanatory mark equal to, that is not equal. Okay, next greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and this one ternary operator. Okay, that is conditional operator. Okay, next these are the logical operators. Okay, ampersand, absent, logical, and pipe symbol logical, or explanatory mark logical not. Okay, next bitwise operators. So in next class we see all the examples for this one, operators. Okay, bitwise operators, logical operators, comparison operators, assignment statements, string concatenation operator, addition operator. Okay, in next class we see the example program for this one. Okay, operators. Okay, is it clear? So these operators all in the remaining programming languages as well. Okay, so in next class we see the all the examples for this operators. Okay, numeric, string concatenation, type of, assignment, comparison operators, logical operators, bitwise operators. Okay, so in this class we discuss JavaScript. Okay, introduction to JavaScript. Okay, so once again I repeat the definition of JavaScript. So here JavaScript is client side scripting language, okay, that runs on user's computer. Okay, so here JavaScript is invented by the Brendan Eich. Okay, so the difference between Java and JavaScript is, here Java is the object oriented programming language. Okay, and JavaScript is the object oriented scripting language. Okay, so Java runs on virtual machine or browser. So your JavaScript only runs on web browser. Okay, so next, the difference between client side scripting language and server side scripting language is, here client side scripting language runs on user's computer. Okay, server side scripting language, it runs on web server. Okay, so client side scripting language is example JavaScript, server side scripting language example PHP. Okay, so we see the syntax of JavaScript. Okay, script space type equal to text slash JavaScript, and write the JavaScript code and end the script tag. Okay, this script tags can be written in head section or body section in HTML. Okay, so another syntax of JavaScript is, first we write the script code in .js file and we link that file into HTML by using src attribute in the script tag. Okay, so we see the primitive data types. Okay, number, boolean, string, undefined, null, array, object. Okay, so your number, floating point number, or any real number. Next, boolean value, true or false. Okay, next string data type, that is sequence of characters. Okay, next array and object. Next undefined and null. So I once again repeat the difference between undefined and null. So here, if a variable is not declared and not assigned, it is said to be null. Okay, if a variable is declared and not assigned, it is said to be undefined. Okay, So next one, array. So array is an elements of same data type. Okay. Next, object. So here every data type have the object in JavaScript. Suppose number. Okay, there is a object for this data type as number. Okay, if it is boolean data type, there is a object version of this boolean is boolean. Okay, and next string. So the object version of this string is string. Okay, there is a object for every data type: number, boolean, string. Okay, next variable. So we declare a variable in two types. So pi equal to 3.14. This is implicit type declaration. Next, var space pi equal to 3.14. This is explicit type declaration. Okay. So here there is no need to define data type for a variable in JavaScript. Okay. There is no need to define the data type of a variable in JavaScript. Okay. So why? Because here JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. That means here the type of a variable is dynamically decided at the runtime based on value assigned. Okay. So remember the point. There is no need to declare the data type of a variable in JavaScript. Why? Because here JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. Okay, that means the type of a variable is dynamically decided at the runtime based on value assigned. Suppose if you assign a value 3.14, so here the data type of a pi is number. Okay, if you assign the value John to the variable name, so here the data type of the John is string. Okay. So next comments in JavaScript, single line comment // okay. Next multi-line comment starts with the /* and ends with the */. Okay. So here comments allow programmers to write explanations or reviews about script or elements in the script. Okay. So next operators. So in the next class we see this practical example for the operators. Okay, one program for the all these operators: numeric operators, string concatenation operator, type of operator, assignment operators, comparison, logical, and bitwise. Okay, so now the output and input statements in the JavaScript. Output and input state in the JavaScript. Suppose if you want to give the input to the JavaScript, so here var a equal to prompt, enter a value. Okay, so here this is the input statement in JavaScript. Okay, it allow user to enter a input. Okay, next output statement is document dot write whatever output, that is welcome to JavaScript is the output statement, output string. Okay, so here the output statement is using document object. Okay, and here input statement is using the prompt object. Okay, we will see in the next classes, that is objects: document object, prompt object. Okay, so first here input statement, that is here we give the input to JavaScript using prompt object. Okay, so here prompt is used to accept string input from the user. Okay, so here prompt is used to accept string input from the user. Okay, so this accepts two parameters. So here first parameter is the string that will be displayed on dialog box. Okay, so when you execute JavaScript, there is a one dialog box come. Okay, so this is the first string that is displayed on dialog box. Okay, next second string is the default input string in case the user does not provide any input. Okay, this is the default value. So your first one is that is the string that will be displayed on dialog box. Okay, so your input statement, that is we use prompt method that is used to accept input from the user. Okay, this prompt contains two parameters. The first parameter is a string that will be displayed on dialog box. Second one is the default string in case the user does not provide any input. Okay, next output statement is the document.write welcome to JavaScript. Okay, and remaining output statements elect and confirm we'll see in the next classes, that is object classes. Okay, so here this one is the input statement and output statement is document.write whatever you want output. Okay, so let us see the one sample JavaScript file. See here, can you see the code on my screen? One of you respond in chat box. Can you see code in my screen? Okay. So here HTML root element and next head element we give the title for the web page, that is first JavaScript. Okay. In the body you write the okay. So here script space type equal to text slash JavaScript and ending for the JavaScript. Okay. For in between script tags we write code. Okay, in between script tags we write the JavaScript code. Okay, first one is output statement, document.write. The output statement is welcome to JavaScript. Okay, so next document.write br tag, that means here br tag is give the break to the next line. Okay, next var a equal to prompt, enter a value. Okay, if you execute this one, there is a one dialog box, that is enter a value. Okay, next document dot value of a, whatever you entered here value, that is the output for the a. So here var a equal to prompt of enter a value. If you enter a value 10, this 10 is stored in the value a. Okay, that is comes in the value of a equal to whatever you enter here. Okay, let us execute this one. See, when you execute this JavaScript one dialog, that is a value is it visible. So you say dialog box is visible or not? Please respond in chat box. So in the dialog box, they string enter a value. So if you enter a value in the dialog box, okay, that 10 is stored in the variable a. Okay, a equal to 10. So if you click on OK button, so here, welcome to JavaScript. That is, so here, welcome to JavaScript. Okay. Okay. Next, there is a one dialog box. This value equal to prompt of value. So dialog box comes, this enter a value. Okay. If you enter a value, the dialog box, okay, that value is stored in variable a. Okay. Next, document value of a. Value of a. Here value of a is 10. That is, I entered value 10 in dialog box. Okay. So this is the sample script file. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? Sample JavaScript file. So in class, we discuss example program on operators. Okay.